What would it look like if Jesus came back?
Everyone at each other's throats, everyone hating each other, false preachers, wars and rumors of wars,
The Antichrist. The people didn't see it coming.
and then the end will come.
Wouldn't it be great to arrive and the train just perfectly waiting for you? I don't have that knowledge, even if I follow an app. But Matthew 24 is all about the future and the second coming. We dive right in verse 1. Jesus then left the temple. As he walked away, his disciples pointed out how impressive the temple architecture was. Jesus said,
You're not impressed by the sheer size of this place, are you? The truth of the matter is, there's not a stone in that building that is not going to end up in a pile of rubble.
Jesus predicted the destruction of the second temple. It happened, it's verifiable. When Matthew 24 verse 3, his disciples ask when.
Watch out for doomsday deceivers. Many leaders are going to show up with forged identities. They're going to claim, I'm the Christ, the Messiah. They will deceive a lot of people. Also, when reports come in of wars and rumors of wars, keep your head up and don't panic. This is routine history. This is no sign of the end. Nation will fight nation. Ruler will fight ruler. Over and over. Famines and earthquakes will occur in various places. This is nothing though, compared to what is coming.
Be wary of the spread of evil and false preachers. It's Matthew 24 verse 9, and Jesus says,
Listen, they're gonna throw you to the wolves and kill you. Everyone will be hating you because you carry my name. And then, going from bad to worse, it will be dog eat dog. Everyone at each other's throats, everyone hating each other. In the confusion, lying preachers are going to come forward and deceive so many people. For many others, though, the overwhelming spread of evil will do them in. Nothing left of love but a mound of ashes.
And in Matthew 24 verse 13, Jesus says,
Staying with it, that's what God requires. Stay with it till the very end. You won't be sorry and you will be saved. All during this time, the good news, the message of the kingdom is going to be preached all over the world. A witness staked out in every country. And then the end will come.
The Antichrist. Everyone has their theories. So here's Matthew 24 verse 15.
But be ready to run for it. When you see the monster of desecration set up in that temple sanctuary, the prophet Daniel described this. If you've read Daniel, you'll know what I'm talking about already. If you're living in Judea at the time, run for the hills. If you're working in the yard, do not return to your house and get everything. If you're out in the field, don't go back just to get your coat. Pregnant women and nursing mothers will have it especially hard. Hope and pray this won't happen during the winter or on a Sabbath.
What would it look like if Jesus came back? Well, in Matthew 24 verse 21, he tells you just how.
This is gonna be trouble on a scale beyond what the world has ever seen or will ever be seen again. If the days of trouble were left to run out their course, nobody would make it. But on account of God's chosen people, the trouble will be cut short.
So I asked you what it'd be like when Jesus came back. Well, this is the arrival of the Son of Man. This is Matthew 24 verse 23.
If anyone tries to flag you down calling out, here's the Messiah, or points, there he is, don't fall for it. Fake messiahs, lying preachers, these guys are going to pop up everywhere. Their impressive credentials and bewitching performances will pull the wool over the eyes of even those who ought to know better. But I've given you fair warning.
It's Matthew 24 verse 26.
So, if they say run to the country and see him arrive, or quick, get downtown, don't give them the time of day. The arrival of the Son of Man won't be something you go to see. He comes like swift lightning. Whenever you see crowds gathering, think of a carrion of vultures circling, moving in, hovering over a rotten carcass. You can be sure that it's not the living Son of Man pulling in those crowds.
But in Matthew 24 verse 29, Jesus says the sun's gonna fade out entirely.
Following those hard times, the sun will fade out, moon cloud over, stars fall out of the sky, cosmic powers tremble.
Jesus is coming. We're in Matthew 24 verse 31. Jesus talks about that fateful day.
Then the arrival of the Son of Man. It will fill the skies. No one will miss it. Unready people all over the world, outsiders to the splendor and power, will raise a huge lament as they watch the Son of Man blazing out of heaven. At that same moment, he will dispatch his angels with a trumpet blast summoning, pulling in God's chosen from the four winds, from pole to pole.
We're in Matthew 24 verse 32. Jesus tells you not to ignore the weather.
So take a lesson from the fig tree. From the moment you notice its buds forming, the merest hint of green, you know summer's just around the corner. So it is with you. When you see all these things, you'll know he's at the door. Don't take this lightly. I'm not saying this for some future generation, but for all of you. This age continues until all these things take place. Sky and earth will wear out, but my words won't wear out.
God's perfect timing. You'll understand where I'm going with this in Matthew 24 verse 36.
The exact day and hour. No one knows that. Not even heaven's angels. Not even the Son. Only the Father knows.
It says in Genesis, when Noah built the ark, the people didn't see it coming. Well, in Matthew 24, Jesus says the exact same thing.
The arrival of the Son of Man will take place in times like Noah's. Before the Great Flood, everyone was carrying on as usual, having a good time right up until the day they boarded the ark. They knew nothing until the flood hit and swept everything away.
But you just don't know when Jesus will turn up. You could be anywhere. It's Matthew 24 verse 39.
The Son of Man's arrival will be like this. Two men will be working in the field. One taken, one left behind. Two women grinding in the mill. One taken, the other left behind. So stay awake, alert. You have no idea what day your master will show up. But you do know this. You know that if the homeowner had known what time the burglar would have arrived, he would have been there with his guard dogs to prevent the break-in. So be vigilant. Just like that. You have no idea when the Son of Man is going to show up.
Who gets into heaven? It's Matthew 24 verse 45.
Who here qualifies for the job of overseeing a kitchen? A person the master can depend on to feed the workers on time each day. Someone the master can drop in unannounced and always find him doing his job. A God-blessed man or woman. I tell you, it won't be long before the master will put this person in charge of the whole operation.
What will it profit a man if he gains the whole world? It's Matthew 24 verse 48.
But if that person only looks out for himself, and the minute the master is away, does what he pleases, abusing the help, throwing drunken parties for his friends, the master is gonna show up when he least expects it. And it won't be pretty. He'll end up in the dump with all the other hypocrites, out in the cold, shivering, alone, with his teeth chattering.
So that was Matthew 24, and that was a rough one. I'm not gonna deny. Matthew 24 is about the world coming to an end and looking out for the signs. And I've said the world is crazy, the world is sinful. Everyone is out for each other, we hate each other. And whether you like it or not, more and more people are turning to this. It's been around before you, and it will be around after you. The answers have always been here, you just ignore it. Matthew 24 is about sticking to the plan. It is about obeying Jesus' commands. It's about having a relationship with Him. And if you don't, maybe it's time to ask the difficult question. Find the real meaning in life. Jesus died on the cross. He rose again. Only a real God could do that. Jesus accepts you as you are, but loves you enough to leave you where you are. Time to get right with Jesus, I keep saying, and keep up the positive.